chosen is Ephesians chapter 3 verses 16 to 19. Paul says, I pray that out of his glorious riches he may strengthen you with power through his Spirit in your inner being, so that Christ may dwell in your hearts through faith. And I pray that you, being rooted and established in love, may have power, together with all the Lord's holy people, to grasp how wide and long and high and deep is the love of Christ, and to know this love that surpasses knowledge, that you may be filled to the measure of all the fullness of God. In the Sequoia National Park, California, the majestic redwood trees grow in all their beauty, reaching so high their tops cannot be seen, having a very shallow root system. The roots reach out in all directions, getting tangled up with the roots from other redwoods, intertwine with each other and create a stabilising root bed that helps each tree continue to spread and stand. That's the way it should be with us as believers. We need to be knit together in love, growing strong, stable and able to stand as people of faith. God has established the forest, which we call the church, in which we are to grow. We sink our roots into the local body and become entwined with each other's lives. When the storms of life start blowing, we are stabilised and able to withstand the winds of affliction, temptation and or persecution. Today, people rarely discuss their religion and almost never share their personal experiences that affect the way they believe. We don't talk about our faith, our lives in the church, or how we see God working. But like the great redwood trees, without entangled roots, we won't last long, especially when we face difficulties or crises. To be grounded in love is to have a relationship with others who have faith. The more our roots are entangled with the roots of others who have faith, the stronger our faith will be. We must be willing to reach beyond our families and familiar neighbourhoods and embrace people who are strangers, making us a strong community of faith, bringing people of different backgrounds and faith journeys together as one. Paul also said that to be grounded in love is to comprehend all the breadth, length, height and depth of the love of Christ. Each of us lives in a small world, but our faith becomes stronger when we see ourselves as something much larger. Paul wanted his listeners to understand they were part of something much greater, and the love of Christ within them would reach beyond their wildest imaginations. To stand tall as people of faith like the giant redwood trees, we need to be intertwined with others of the faith, standing out as a community of faith when including people who are different from us. And hopefully we will be a congregation who can see the forest through the trees by seeing ourselves as a small but vital part of a much larger faith community.